We are on our way back down from the top of the world. Pretty rocks. Love the colors in them. Animals. I was going to bring my GoPro, but by the time we left home and got about an hour away, I realized I didn't grab it out of my scuba bag. Otherwise I was going to grab it, and that way a more stabilized image here for this. I was planning on coming up here the whole time. Just didn't know when or if weather would cooperate. You could like do it in the wind, but I really don't want to. It was a little chilly this morning first thing, but I came up here about 7ish when I left home, so I got up here about like what, 7:15. So a little later start than I wanted, but early enough. It was starting to warm up. It feels pretty nice up here. So I didn't film the hike up, just took a bunch of pictures. Said it's been a long time since I hiked up here, so I wanted to make sure I got the right way. A good 15 years, so I did. I remembered. Now we're just cruising back on down. It looks steep in the video. I assure you it is. And I know it's sandstone, it can be slippery, but you can actually get pretty good grip on it if you're stepping right. While walking, you can just walk right across it, or walk right down it, right up it. If there's no sand or grit on it. If so, little different story. Okay, now we're going to go through the crack, the split. As always, use caution. Watch for unstable rocks, sand whenever you step. It's not towards the edge of a cliff. Common sense, basically. And wildlife. You are in the wild. It's cooling down, so I'm not as concerned about snakes. I'm not saying they're not out here. Down at the cove, we haven't seen too many recently, but up to a couple weeks ago, yeah, they were fairly active. So I imagine they still could be somewhat active. It's actually a little bit cooler here than the cove, so we'll see. So far, I haven't seen any signs of them in the washes or the dirt or anything as I hiked up here this morning. So they may be starting to sleep now, possibly, or getting close. We'll see. Doesn't matter. Just always treat it as if they're out. Be safe. Pay attention to where you're stepping ahead of you. Keep your ears open. Alright, now here we are. Now we're going down the slide. Well, this isn't the actual slide. This is the staircase, I like to call it. The escalator. So you can go up right here. This is the way I go up. What we used to do is we would go over there, go from there and just cruise over along. Then over there on all that black stuff right there, the black style rock, we used to take these big slabs of sandstone. Set him up there and slide on him. He can sit on him and slide down that good little distance. Yeah, that's don't do that. Don't do that. That's not good. Just think you could. Okay, let's keep going down. To give you an idea, the phone is level right here. Yeah, that's level. If I was walking straight. And that's what we're walking down. And to make it interesting, we can jog. Yeah, sometimes just a cool little rock. Might be like a vertebrae or something. It ain't. Just look like from a distance. Let's keep going down. Transition, a little different type of rock now. Pretty awesome with all the colors. It's called the Valley of Fire, huh? Okay. We're almost done. There we go. I feel better about going down this than over there. Personal preference, choice. Down we go. Always going down, huh? All right. Now just up and over that way. Yeah. All right. I know this is actually a trail that goes somewhere. I think it follows the canyon around and goes like those points and crap like that. But well, we're going. We're not using it for that. So we're going to go this way. All right. I'm going over there. Okay. Okay, the next part's a little trickier, I guess. This is actually where I had the hardest time remembering how to get over to here on my way up this morning. It has to do with over here. We'll keep swinging. Okay, that's what we're going up right there. It just looks kind of odd because that's the trail and all of a sudden you're walking to a mountain. Yeah. But there's a reason for it. You'll see. So that trail we were following, see, continues along that way up the canyon. But we can't get up this first. I'll show you why I like this way better. See, yes, there's actually method behind my madness. Okay. Whew. Catch my breath before we go up this part, just because it's fairly steep, actually. Don't trust grabbing those guys. Boulders, no. They're not necessarily cemented in or attached to the rock, I should say. Even though I can kind of walk up pretty good with decent traction, you still got to be careful. So just pay attention to that. Don't go grabbing boulders willy-nilly. There's a life lesson in there somewhere. And we're just gonna cruise on and around. Do we want to follow the wash or go over? Yeah, we'll go this way then. I don't mind, doesn't really matter. I'd actually rather walk on rocks and sand personally, but sand. Doesn't matter. See, there's some extremely beautiful areas on this whole hike. Where are we going? Ah, no. We're not lost. Just making our way back across all these. So that, I'll have to look again later too, but that mountain looks like a little peace sign up there. Boom. That's where we were. That's where we hiked down to that cleft in the rock. Right there on the left-hand side of it, the little point sticks up. Yeah, that's where we hiked between the boulder and the cliff side. Then right up, then all up that path was where we walked it down. That's where we started at, up there. So now we're just kind of continuing along our way to back over to the car. It's gonna seem daunting, especially if you're first time coming out here. You know, I'm just trying to find it, but like, it's hard to tell in the videos, but when you actually come up close to a lot of these cliff sides and these mountains, it's either taller than it looks in the video, or it's steeper than what you're thinking when you see it in the video. I mean, obviously I did it, it's not impossible. Just pay attention to, it might not be exactly like what you're expecting whenever it comes time to actually go on it. Just give you a little bit of a heads up about that. A little warning. But if you do get discouraged and don't go all the way, as you can see, it's still a pretty remarkable hike. What I didn't film was the actual place up there. I can give you the directions, but I can't give you the locations. That's up to you to make the journey to find it. Sounds kind of dickish to say. But for a lot of the locals here, it's a place of special significance. So now that you've stuck with me this long, the place up there is called the Top of the World. So it's like a natural basin up there in the sandstone, up on the top of, on the top of that one up there, the very top from the fingers peace line, boop, all the way up left. Right up that, you drop down about 20 yards, and it's up there. You'll find it. There's a couple of like natural water tanks, just from water carving and holes into the sandstone over, however long. And right next to that is a valley carved the same way, but it has a natural stone arch over the valley still, and the valley is filled up with sand, from erosion. And there's a couple of trees growing in there. I mean, not real trees, but desert trees. It's so that's called the Top of the World. The reason why it's significant to us, a lot of the locals, is I'll start with one of our friends who passed away. He used to go hiking with a bunch of friends, and that was kind of his spot that they found, and that's where they always like to go. So when he passed away, they set up a ammo can and a book up there where they used to go up there to remember him for doing this. And one of the other friends ended up placing a shrine, a memorial up there for him in the rock. And he unfortunately had passed away as well too afterwards, his brother. So that was the start of it, at least. Then another friend passed away, and then another one passed away, and all of them taking a group of friends over years that got to know about this place and come down to see it. So we just kind of, people started adding to the people that's memorialized up there. It's just a place to go to kind of get away from the world and get on top of everything, be able to stop and center yourself. Sometimes it's needed, Peace. Top of the world. And parking right down there. Not too far. We're almost there. But yeah, that's where this place is, and that's kind of the significance of it. Like I said, top of the world. So we're just going to continue on our walk. We're getting close. Not quite there, but we're definitely getting closer. That'd be nice. Right? Oh, man. Alright, kids, don't smoke cigarettes. You'll sound like me. It's not a good thing. Never asked me boys can't breathe. Yeah. It wasn't worth it. Okay. But your first time out, like I said, don't be discouraged if you take a little bit longer finding it or so, or a little bit longer hiking back. I would say hiking too, at least to get there. It's easy to come back, I guess. Just go backwards. I mean, honestly, from up there, you can see down to the parking lot, so you can get your bearings and kind of look over the terrain and natural navigate yourself. That's how I do it, from down here in the parking lot. And I'll show you when we get down here. You can see the peace sign on the mountain, split the peace, and from there, you can look from here to see it, and you can see it pretty much your whole way there. Just use that as your land, your point of navigation, and head towards it. The only difference is once you get to the base of it, the main trail looks like it goes left or right. Don't go left. It looks like that's going to be the right way because it takes you closer to it looks like. But you want to go right to go up that escalator, as I called it, coming down. You actually want to go up that and just go exactly the way I went, just reverse. So don't go up it, or don't go left at the split. Go north, right. Please. Trust me. You can get to it the other way too, but it's a lot longer. It loops around the canyon, and there's no faster way. It's a gentler slope, but it's easily 3-4 times longer. So no, I don't recommend that way at all. Take the way I went, trust me. Above all, if you do go up there and if you do find the top of the world, you know, feel free to sign the journal saying you were there. Like I said, use that as kind of a place to meditate, think upon stuff, rest for a moment, you know, and take it all in, just taking the natural beauty and the natural wonder of having a dome valley like that up there on the top with this solid sandstone mountain. The backside's like this too, you'll see. And that's, you know, then having a natural arch over it as well. Just 1 in a million, you know, 1 in a million valleys. Yes, it looks like this. So, treat it with respect. Don't carve your name in the rocks. Don't vandalize nothing. Don't burn nothing up there. Pay your respects however your spiritual thoughts allow you to. Just be careful on the way down. I made it look pretty easy, but it is a little slick in places. Just, I grew up out here. I haven't done this hike necessarily in 15 years, but I grew up out here on sandstone. So just be careful. Enjoy yourself respectfully. You know, and, pack it in, pack it out, right? All right, we're back to the car. Thanks, everybody.